it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing? I wasn't sure if I'd come live today. I have some things I need to work on that are deadline based, but I had an urge to play with my scraps. And that urge was stronger than working on a deadline. So that's what I'm gonna do. So grab your scraps. This is a scrappy video. I'm gonna grab my scrap box is just overflowing. So I want to tackle them, and so that's what I'm gonna do. And I think what I'm gonna do is make mini flip-flop journals with my scraps. So let me, I don't like wasting any time. I'm just gonna jump right into it. The first thing I'm gonna do is, this is in my scrap box, and these are, I know this isn't really scraps, right? Like, to me, this is like basically a 6x6 paper pad. It was once, and some foiled items. Okay, so it was once, hi Clint, 12 by 12 paper, and I just cut it down to 6x6. But what I'm really wanting to do this morning, oh my God, I love this paper pad. Like, these are my colors. I want to make some 6x6 mini flip-flop journals. They are so much fun. They are so easy. And I love this paper pad. So that's what we're going to work on, and we're just going to make a whole bunch of them, and we're just going to use scraps. I might not get to the decorating. My goal today is just making a bunch of 6x6 flip-flop journals. It couldn't be any easier. Maybe we can make 5, 10, and then I can decorate them. Which, by decorating these, I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to decorate the covers, which is fun. A flip-flop journal has 2 covers, okay? It's so fun. So I'm thinking I'll just decorate the covers, and the insides, I'm just going to put a bunch of random scraps in. So they'll already kind of be funky and fun. And this way, for all you people out there who like to do craft fairs and you like to sell your things, these make a great low price point item to have. My goodness, but let me tell you, picking a side on these is nearly impossible. Like, how do you choose? So I'm using these for my covers. And I was thinking of reinforcing. I kind of know how I want to do it. All right, let's do this. Let me say hi to some people out there. Ilana, hello. Yay, good morning. And Cheryl and Sala, hello. Heather Wong. I cannot wait to see your members video, Heather. I'm going to watch that today when I am working on some other stuff. I already have it. I'm just ready. Look at this. This is me on paper. Yeah, so I cannot wait. She was a guest this week with Mary on the members channel of Craft Roulette. Rhonda Lane, hi. How you doing? Rebecca's here. How are y'all? I hope you're all doing great. 6K, Alyssa, hi. Oh, good. Oh, well, I'm so glad I popped on too. I really was planning on giving y'all a break, but hey, I'm here. Hey, Sarah. Oh, 6K, I'm coming to Florida at Thanksgiving. Okay, this one is kind of easy for me to pick a side. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so 6x6 paper. Who else has a hoard of 6x6 paper? I have way too much myself. Okay, so let's just grab some of these, and we're gonna make covers. It looks like I have 4. Do we like these together? I mean, everything goes together because it all came from the same paper pad. But let's just play around here. Okay, I definitely can cover these up. Oh yeah, I mean, all of this goes together. It really just, I would be causing myself more work if I really tried to sit and think about it too long, because all we need to do is just score these and fold them in half. So let's do that. So, you know, these aren't, to me, this isn't technically, let me check for directional. This is directional, so I just want to make sure I'm paying attention. I know that 6x6 paper is not technically a scrap, but don't worry, we're going to fill these with scraps. And maybe you don't have a bunch of scraps, but you have a bunch of 6x6 paper. So I think the theory applies. Regardless, it's what we're doing today. And this was in my scrap bin. I don't know why. I don't know why it landed down there, but it did. Okay, so I'm just scoring a bunch of these. I already knew that this back wasn't directional. This part is directional to me. Those go that way. So that's why I was scoring. And then I'm placing those all over there. Here's some more of these. Now, you need 2 sheets of 6x6 paper per journal cover. I mean, we can put more 6x6 paper in there. See, this one's definitely directional. I think I'm going to keep one of these because, like I said, this is me on paper, and I just scored it. And I'm going to put this in one of my journals. So let me do that real quick. I'll just tuck it over in my paper playground. That's done. Yay. Now I get a sheet too. Let's do this one because I'm not real keen on the back paper. Okay, now let me see if I need 2 per journal. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. So I need one more. Let me grab another one. Ooh, I love this paper right here too. Okay, fun. Let's put this in here. This is a really old paper pad, you guys. These two go well together. I mean, those go well, and that works. Yeah, so we'll put those 2 together. And then these 2, yeah, that'll work. Kind of mix them up. Put those 2 together. Okay, that works. All right, so with 10 sheets of 6x6 paper, I didn't do any cutting. I just scored them at 3 inches. Okay, so we're gonna make, I bet we can easily make 5 journals here real quick. Now, I'm not gonna put these away yet because the next thing I wanna do is get out my paper trimmer. You guys, this is such a great beginner thing. I had gotten a note from Shay. She might be able to pop in here. And she was saying that she's been collecting journal supplies, but she's falling in love with it, but she is yet to make her first one. She's still a little intimidated by the process. And so this would be a great place to start, Shay, or anyone else who feels that way. All right, I grabbed 3 more random sheets because what I'm going to do, we're making 5 journals, right? I'm going to take these and I'm going to cut this I'm not even measuring it. I'm just going slightly smaller, like a hair smaller than 3 inches. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just a little less than 3 inches. Well, that one kind of already is a little less than 3 inches. I don't know how that worked, but we're not going to worry about it. So that's that. Love this paper. I love this paper. Okay. This is an old paper pad, y'all. I got this when I first started card making, probably in the first year, and I've been hoarding it ever since because I love it that much. Okay, just a little bit. All right. Now, let's put our covers together. So we've got 3 by 6, well, slightly smaller than 3 by 6 strips, enough for each journal. You know what, maybe I should do more. Do I want to put 2? Let's just start with that. Okay, and then I've got my covers. Okay, so I think I want my covers to go like this. So what I'm going to do, now these are inexpensive, basically little junk journals, flip-flop junk journals that are going to be made out of scraps. I can make my cover as sturdy or as basic as I want to, and you can do the same. But what I'm going to do is on this side right here, not going over that fold line, I'm going to put down a good amount of glue, and then I'm going to glue this to it. Okay, so it might be kind of hard to see, but I have a fold here, a score line here, and here. I'm going to flip, okay, this over. Now I do love making these with double-sided paper because it's automatically just beautiful right away. However, you don't need double-sided paper for this project because you can do these strips, and then you can take these strips, and it's kind of nice to have that reinforcement that makes the cover even stronger. Let's put that one there. I really like that there. So by gluing down these strips, so, you know, I love the double-sided paper because I have lots of options to play with when I'm putting my covers together, but you don't have to have it because you just go in and cut these 3 by 6 inch strips and cover the inside, and that way your cover is a double weight cardstock. It just makes it sturdier. So same thing over here. Let's use a different one. So I will need to cut more of these. Basically, it would be 5 sheets. It's a great way. This one's a little short, but that's okay. This is a great way to bust paper pads. So if you're like me and you have a box full of 6 by 6 paper, this is a great way to use it up. Plus, most of those 6 by 6 paper pads have cut aparts in them, and they're small, and they're perfect for these little journals. I just think it's my favorite way to use a 6 by 6 paper pad. I don't buy 6 by 6 paper pads anymore. I mean, it has to be like mind-blowingly good for me to purchase one. But right there, we have a nice sturdy cover, plenty sturdy enough for one of these little journals, and it's a flip-flop. So we'll put pages in here, you flip it over, open it up, you put pages in here, and when we're done, we'll have a mini slimline flip-flop journal. Let's keep doing it. I'll catch up to you guys in the chat. I don't love this paper, so let's use it. I'm going to take it, I'm going to glue one side, the side that I want to put down here. It's fine, like I like the colors, the words are whatever. They're not bad, they're just not my vibe, and that's okay. All right. You can smooth it out. I got real gluey on that one. Okay, so now they're showing over here. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to turn this over. So this is going to be one of my covers. I'm going to turn this over. This is going to be the other cover. So inside here, I can just cover that yellow with my other sheet. Can you see how fast and fun these are, you guys? How many of y'all, I want to know in the chat, have more 6x6 paper pads than you know what to do with? And these weren't 6x6, these were 12x12. So, I mean, if you have more 12x12 pads than you know what to do with, this project also applies to you because you can cut them down. And we'll use this side. You can cut them down to 6x6 and make these. And you have so many that you want to bust them, you want to use them up. Make these little journals. They're so fun. They're so fast and easy, minimal measuring. You know, everything's the same. It's just 3x6 or 6x6. And we've already made 2 covers. So this one, then you flip it over and that'll be the inside. Flip-flop journals are addictively fun. Raining in Florida. Yeah, crafty time. I woke up really early this morning. Who's surprised by that? No one. And the Trooping the Colors was on. And there was one where people weren't talking. It was just video feed. And I put myself back to sleep with that. It's delightful. Anyways, then I was woken up by someone talking, and they're like, well, basically in Scotland, if it's not raining, it will be soon. And I was like, I must have more Scottish than, I must have more Scottish in me. I do have Scottish in me, according to Ancestry. But there may be even more than we originally thought. Because I love the rain. Like, we had a very, what some people would consider dreary, and people were definitely making noise about how much rain we had in May, and I enjoyed every moment. I can't have too many gray days. I love them. I love it. I like a very dim home. I'm not saying dark, but I like kind of dim lighting with natural light from windows is kind of how I like to light my house. Soft lighting with plenty of natural light coming in. So yeah, and rainy days. And it makes me perfectly happy. Well, we've already made 3 covers, you guys. I need to cut out some more of these papers. My dog needs to go outside. I need like a little soundtrack that plays do 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 when I step away from my desk, because I always have to step away for something. 3 of those. Okay, we've got 2 more. Let me just put this stuff out so y'all have something pretty to look at. And I'm going to be back. Oh yeah, Maddie, I know. Yeah, it's funny. I started with all the little stuff because I started in card making. And so I bought the little scoreboard and the little trimmer because everyone made A2 cards. And then about a year after I started card making, I found junk journaling, and I was like, oh, we're going to have to go bigger than all of this. But I still keep around the little things, and I do enjoy them when I'm making a small project. Here, Fuzzy, come on. Let's go outside. Come on, big girl. let the dog out? Me. Me. I let the dog out. All right, this is where we're going. I grabbed one of these on my way back to my desk. So this is where we're headed here, friends. If you've never seen one of my mini flip-flop journals before, this is a prayer one that I had made. And very simple. I'm just used stamps, scrap paper. Oh, project life cards. If you have a hoard of project life cards or cut aparts from paper pads, perfect for these journals. So, and I just tape them on. And I don't even cut my paper super precisely. So that's one side, and you flip it. And this is your other side. These are so fun. They're perfect like for purses, you know, to pop it in your purse. I still like to have something to write on in my purse because every time somebody wants to give me their phone number, I am still inclined to write it down. But yeah, they're just, you know, you can use up your little ephemera. And this is the mini slimline flip-flop journal made out of 6x6 paper and scraps. I don't know if I'll put these big bows on it as a closure today, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm not planning on finishing 5. I'm just working on 5 because they're so fast. They're so fun. When I first came up, okay, I did not come up with the flip-flop journal concept, but I did take that concept and I came up with the mini slimline 6x6 paper version, as far as I know. But I don't really need credit, but I'm just saying. That was how I took somebody else's idea, the flip-flop journal, and made it my own, was I started smashing my paper pads with it. So that's how I made it my own, but I'm not trying to like take credit. Well, Sarah has bags of scraps and it's sorted by color and I'm slowly using it. I know. Well, maybe not. I hope not. Okay, we're making 2 more. Ooh, that was wild and unexpected. That's what I like about this paper pad. It's just like me. Wild and unexpected. All right, let's do that. You know, I have so many Unity stamp sets now. Some of them would be so cute to go and decorate these pages. I need to tea dye pages again. You guys, I'm thinking about making a video on it for my members because this time I think I'm going to try to neutralize the tea. I think it's baking soda that you can use to neutralize, which will then make the papers archival. So yeah, I'm thinking about it because I need a session. I did 250 sheets of tea dyed paper the last time I did it. That wasn't even well, it might have been 6 months ago. I've already almost used it all, you guys. I just fly through paper. Because I'm a busy girl. I'm a busy crafter. I gave some away too. I gave some to Letty and I've given some to other people. I also built a bunch of scrapbook kits. No, not that either. Junk journal kits. I never sold them. I haven't done anything with them, but I have 25 junk journal kits that are physical ones that have tea dyed paper in them. So that's where some of it went. It's not like it all went into journals, but let's see, what's this side and what's this side? Okay, we'll definitely use this one too. In fact, we might have to use this one on both and use this one on the other. Okay, just getting it together, don't mind me. Okay, look, also, real quick note on this. These 2 pages don't have to match. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be anything, because you won't even see them together once we put our paper in, right? So where's my journal? Right here. So when I put my paper in, right? So here's the cover. Look, this one is actually just a cardstock that I didn't double, but I decided to double these. So that's one side, and here's the other. So they don't really need to match each other because you don't see them together, because there's all this paper in between this side here and this side, okay? So don't let that stress you out. Don't let that get you second guessing yourself, because it doesn't matter. Ooh, let's put this funky piece right here. Even though I really have a hard time not using this. Yep, we're going to use this. I can't help it. I can't help it. And I really don't care that it's on the other side too, because it's just cool enough that it doesn't matter. Okay, so another one. We only have one more, and we will have already made, in however minutes, I don't know how many minutes I've been live, 4 journals covers. Like, this is the way. This is the way. All right. Especially when you're talking about mask making for, like, if you have a church group, a lady group, a book club, whatever groups of people you hang out in. If you want to make them all a mini slimline flip-flop journal, this is the way, my friends. Or for me, if you do craft fairs or farmers markets, which I think I'm going to sign up for our local farmers market. But that means on Saturday mornings I won't be here. I'll be schlepping my things to the farmers market. I don't know if I have it in me, to be honest. We'll see. But it's only 25 bucks. And the last time I had a booth, I only had, I don't know, 15, 20 junk journals and a bunch of cards. I made a few $100s. So even, I don't need to do it every Saturday, but it would be nice to do it once a month, maybe, is what I'm thinking. Just once a month. And I have 4 plastic totes ready to go that are full of product that I made last year. So if you didn't know it, maybe you're one of my new friends here. Last year on my channel, I spent an entire year making craft fair journals, basically, but craft fair paper products. Spent a whole year doing that, and then I didn't do a craft fair, so because hi, have we met? It's me. But I'm not worried about it, because I always have a gift if I need one, usually, and I have plenty of product to get me started, like at the farmer's market or whatever. So we just made 5 flip-flop journal covers. I gotta go let the dog in. I'll be right back. Okay. I have bribed the dog to give us a break. She got treats, water, and went outside. She is 85 pounds and huge, and she was jumping at my door. So I was like, okay, this is gonna take some convincing to get her to leave me alone this morning, which is fine. I love her. She wants to go on RIDE, but I'll take her after this live. All right. So good morning, Kim. How are you? You have this pad, Ave? Awesome. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it so much. Look, I'm not going to stress about that. I actually kind of like that. So there's this overhang from this back page, this that I glued down just now, kind of overhung there. I like it. I like it. I'm not going to cut it off. I'm going to leave it. I know. Can you believe this has just been sitting around not being used? Isn't that like illegal in some parts of the world? It should be. I mean, this is gorgeous paper. Hey girl, hey, Kimmy girl, how you doing? Caroline, hello. Good morning. Vicky, hi. You have tons of paper and you need to use it. Join the club. Hey, Rhonda. Welcome, welcome. Natasha Jensen. Hey, girl. I'm sorry. I have to work this weekend, too, if that makes you feel any better. I was thinking about you so much yesterday, Natasha. I don't know if you had something going on, but you were on my mind. So I just said a little prayer for you because I was like, that's interesting. Plus, I need to send you Happy Mail. I mean, that was one of the things I was thinking. Okay. So maybe you have nothing going on, but you definitely need some Happy Mail. So Becca has a ton of 12 by 12 paper. Yes, yes, yes. Let's use it up. That's right. More rain in West Palm Beach. So I found out today where the wedding is. No, not today. Yesterday, I found out the wedding we're going to is in Jupiter, Florida. That is such a cool name. And then, so we got to get to Jupiter first, do the wedding, and then we're spending the rest of our Thanksgiving vacation time up north in, the Orlando area, basically. It's kind of heavyweight. It's not excessively heavyweight. Let me get a sheet out for you. I'll roll it around and see if that helps you. I mean, yeah, it's flexible, it's bendy, but it's not, yeah, I don't know. What is it equal to? I have no idea. Maybe Michael's 65 pound. Hey, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, Debbie. Just popping in to say hi. Oh, I miss you guys. I want to hang out. Let's Zoom. Let's Zoomy Zoom and catch up. I cannot believe we have not really talked since you guys were here in December. That's just not right. Say hi to the hubs for me, please. Please, please. I hope y'all are having fun. Look at these. Okay, I'm going through my scraps, so let me bring them over here. Yep, all these are scraps, and all these can go in these journals, because that's what we're doing. Some of these, though, to be fair, these are really like scraps that I had kind of set aside to go on cards, because they're kind of perfect for cards. But these just need to be cut apart. I don't think I'm going to be fussy cutting in this video, but you never know. Ooh, stranger things have happened. So let's put this back. I don't really think that one goes, but this one can work. She's coming back. She's headed this way. And then definitely these two Alice bunnies. These are going to be very eclectic. They are my scraps. So, you do you, boo. But here's some more. Oh my gosh. Debbie. If Larry could see my scraps. I mean, I've even filled up a Chipotle bag. He would have so much fire kindling. And then we'd have a big old fight if he set my scraps on fire. Hey, look at these. These are perfect. But my goodness. That'll give him something to talk about. Let's give Larry something to talk about. I've got scraps. You've got scraps. Let's use them up. Even with all the crafting that is going down right now, I know I'm not even making a dent in this pile. But hey, at least I'm trying. These might, they might be too big. I think they're too big, but we'll see. We'll give them a chance. Hey, look at these little mini slimlines. These could be put together. I don't know what size they are, but there could be another journal cover. I mean, notepads. This is like some notepad paper. I think I got it. Oh, yeah. I got this in a thrift store bag of goodies. It was like 50 cents and it had all these old cards and notepads in it. That's where that came from. Those can be pages for these old journals. It's kind of fun, you guys, to go back through your scraps because it helps you kind of remember projects that you've worked on, things that you've worked on. I think that's enough from this bag. Only, do I see book pages down there? No, not really. Okay, that's everything that I think will work from this bag. But wait, there's more. Oh my gosh. There is always more. Okay, let's work with this. And then look what I just found. Oh, we did something with these. I don't remember what we did something with these recently, didn't we? That's how they ended up in this envelope. But it matches the journal, so okay. Let's do this. First of all, now that I have all my scraps out like this, I'm going to kind of separate them by size. So these are great little pages. And then here's another cover. Let's just glue it together and consider it a done deal, shall we? Well, that's went from lots of flowers to lots of wood. Let's try this. Wood on that side, but that won't work. Okay, because this is the way the folds are going. Well, there will be flowers there, flowers there. Okay, that's okay. All right, let's do it. This is like not too shabby paper. It's real thick, so it probably doesn't need any cover reinforcement. That other paper is not as thick as Not Too Shabby paper if we're trying to figure out how thick it was. Well, now we're making 6 journals, but that's good. This one's a completely different color. So, and it may work more with some of my scraps. So let me add this to my cover pile down here. These, I was thinking, let me grab a ruler, that the ladies might be, yeah, the ladies will work. Perfect. So we just have to trim off the tops. Only we kind of don't. So let's not. And I'm not going to measure anything really here. I mean, I did measure, but I mean, I don't really need my paper trimmer. I'm just going to do the quick. It'll be easier when I have a flat surface. Okay, but those are going to be fine. This is like the biggest piece. This is a bigger piece. I need more big pieces like this. And I have this one and this one. These are my widest, largest pieces of scrap. The rest are all narrow strips like this. So I know we can use these, but these I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm not sure about this one, to be honest. Might have to put that one back. This one can work, but it'll just be, you know, a little small page. That's the only thing about these strips. So we really need something that's about 6 inches wide if you want to fold it, or at least 4 inches wide, because you know you can't fold it like this, so you're gonna have to fold it like this, which means it's only going to be that tall. So let's keep looking. I think that's what most of this stuff is. This stuff though would be really good for pockets. Belly bands. Hello, we already have how many belly bands just by using these strips? A lot. So let's set those aside for belly bands. These, you could just trim these down, all of these, and make little pockets. We don't even have to cut the paper. Okay, so now we already have pockets and belly bands. These scraps may be better for card making or different journals. So I'm probably gonna put them back. This one's nice and big, like kind of tall. I'll keep that one out. But I might put these back and go dive into my scraps again and pull out more. But we did get something out of that handful. We got all of these, and we got these, and we got the pockets and belly bands, so that was a good pull. Digging through scraps, don't mind me, I'm just over here digging through scraps. This one's not going to feel like a scrap to y'all, but it is. I only have one sheet of it. So we'll use that one. Here's a book page. Oh, I was testing something on that. I just found a journal. I just found another journal. This is a scrappy journal. I guess I wasn't done with it yet. And it's upside down. Sorry about that. Yeah. Looky there. A journal. Okay. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for larger scraps. I don't know that this is going to deliver. So, ooh, these are good. That's good. I mean, that's just a tea-dyed sheet of paper. Love that. How wide is this? So keep a ruler handy. Yep, that'll work. And that'll work. Okay. We're getting somewhere, you guys. There's some more. I want to make sure they're at least, oh good, these are like 5 inches. That's fine. Cool. Because then we could fold them like this if we wanted. I know it's a really narrow sheet of paper, but we'll see. Okay, so those are all promising. This is kind of thick. I don't know if this will work. I don't think so. I don't want too many of birthday kind of stuff. Ooh, that's a cool sheet of paper. What is all this? This is just a bunch of white paper folded in half. We can use that for the pages. My scraps might not look like a normal person's scrap pile. I know that's true. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'd rather not, is what she's saying. Oh, good. I was hoping I would find some half sheets of tea dye paper in here. Jackpot. Okay. We'll see how many of those we use. I've been looking for those. Okay. I'm laughing because this sort of thing probably would drive Larry absolutely insane. Oh my gosh. Yeah, have fun hiking, Deb. All right, we've got paper. Boy, do we have paper. That was an accident. Don't need that piece. That can go back over there. All right. Yeah, we've got these pages, which is perfect. These whiter patterned papers, that's great. We found a whole journal that was lost in there. I think I'll send this to Shay and let her work on it and finish it up. Shay, that's coming your way. All right, let's go into Shay. With the ephemera and all, she can make it anything she wants it to be. All right. I'm gonna win her over to the dark side of junk journaling. Okie dokie. All right, let's play with this piece. Seen better days. I was playing with the Tim Holtz shimmering crayon things. All right, let's do this. We've got pages for our little junk journals now. Yes, lots of them from our scraps, from my scraps. Okay. Here are our covers. So let's take a look at this. Now this is a full sheet. I'm going to change that. Right now I'll make it a half sheet. Okay, problem solved. Any crafters from South Florida? Flo, hey girl, how you doing? Okay, let's look at this. So for this sheet right here, I'm going to take it. I'm just going to hold it right inside of my journal here, fold it up, no measuring required. See, and then this little thing will fold out and you can write or do whatever you want. Okay, so let's do a few of those because we've got 6 journals here now. So let's fold up more of these kinds of sheets and we're going to work our way through this pile. So now on this side I can do the same thing but just fold it a different direction. Okay, we're going to the beach June 28th. I booked the Airbnb yesterday. I am so ready, so excited. My husband was showing he was looking it up. His dad was wanting to know more about where we were going. And he was showing him a picture. And then he showed me yesterday. He's like, look at this. He was looking up a picture to show him. And the first thing that came up on his phone was a picture that looks identical to a painting that he did when we went to Painting with a Twist for our anniversary this year with the kiddos. We went on a boat ride and we went to Painting with a Twist. It was so sweet, so romantic. He planned an awesome day for us. Anyways, so this picture that popped up was like identical to the painting that he did. We got a good laugh out of that. You guys, let's see. I hope this isn't boring. I hope that this is motivating and not boring. But you know, when you watch someone craft live, you get all the crafty noises of heat guns and paper cutters and plastic bags. That's the nature sounds of our craft room. So you get all of that. Plus you get a lot of repetitiveness when you're watching someone live because they have to go through all the motions to make something. So I hope it's okay for y'all. It's so funny, like Carrie that was on Craft Roulette last night lives in Texas. I don't know her. I've never met her. Of course, Texas is large. It's not like I would have met everyone who lives in Texas. That's absurd. But the point is like, I go online and I find people from my area. It's hard in real life to find them, but we see them on Craft Roulette and on their channels. I know the struggle is real. Here in Austin, Texas, there's a paper crafting group that's been getting together for like 25 years, y'all. And I found them through Erin Reed when I went to... Okay, I need to think about how I can really maximize this paper because this is a big sheet. So yeah, I found them from Erin Reed when I went to like a scrapbook thing. Okay, so yes, this was originally folded here, but we're not going to worry about that. What I am going to try to do is maximize this paper and get the most out of it. So if I trim it here, because even though I have a ton of paper, I don't like to waste it. This flip-flop journal is going to definitely have a lot of flips and flops. Tricks and flips and things. It's going to have a lot of flippy parts. I think that'll work. I don't mind that it's sticking out either. Okay, I think that'll work. I do try to alternate them, so like this time I'm going to do the flippy bit over here. I don't think this one is, I think this one is, seems like it's longer for some reason. Let me do this. Do this. Just trim this off. Okay, that's better. Yep, and I really don't mind. I kind of like that it hangs out a little bit. All right. This is the stack we have folded so far. We got to keep going. There's 6 journals. We're going to use up most of this. You don't have to fold it all either. Like this isn't all that interesting. I'll just cut that off. And this can just be like a little page. Can do that too. There we go. That'll work. Let me catch up to y'all. Y'all are a lot more interesting than me folding paper. So let me see what y'all are talking about. Vicky Reuter. Your dog heard me say go. Sorry, I won't say it again. Because I know that was a few minutes ago. Yeah, they're always listening. They're like children. They always got their ears perked up, don't they? This is the weekend of sleepovers. My daughter is at one of my best friend's house of over 20 years down in Austin. We had babies 6 months apart, she and I, and they love each other. The girls do. They're 6 months apart, and they've known each other since birth, and going into middle school this year. Anyways, but they live down in Austin, and we live north of Austin. They don't get to see each other but a few times a year because, busy. But yeah, she's doing a slumber party with her. Well, she did one last night. And then my son has a friend coming over. We can't call it a slumber party because they're high schoolers, to have a sleepover and gaming night tonight. So I'm glad the kids are getting to do something. I work so much. There's not a ton of activities that they're involved in. Like, we don't do a lot of summer camps or any of that kind of stuff. Let's pull these pages out. So these are the little, so they're fine on height. Let's just trim them off. They're too wide. So just go whoop right there. Just like that. I'm gonna have to separate it. Even though they're thin, I don't like it when you cut too many pieces of paper and they get all wonky. That never makes me very happy. So we'll go little by little. Like this. I'm throwing that stuff away. Okay. Yeah, those still got a little wonky up there, didn't they? It's okay. As long as it fits inside. My hubby's Father's Day gift arrived yesterday. So yay. I got so I have my studio and a guest bedroom of our home. And you guys may remember, because I had a channel at the time, me and the kids, for his birthday one year, I bought all the supplies and started the process of converting our garage into a man cave. So it's like a home theater and recording. He's a musician, a recording space now. Anyway, so for Father's Day, I bought him a swamp cooler because it gets hot out there. And I can't imagine like how much I want to craft and if I had to do so in an oven. So for Father's Day, I gifted him a swamp cooler. Definitely not what he was expecting, but still a nice gift. Oh, these little journals are going to be fun, y'all. They're going to be so quirky and fun. Okay, let's do a few more of these. Maybe all of them. I'm so sorry if this is boring, but you have to see the process. But your process I know your process is going to be different because you have different scraps than I have. However, I still think it's helpful. So we did that last time. And I need a lot of paper because we are making a lot of journals. You know what? I might pull out my long arm stapler for these and not even stitch them together, but just staple them together. And you know what? I don't even think I'll need my long arm stapler. I think we can use a regular old office stapler and staple these together. How does that sound? Flow. I have a low tolerance for schlepping too. I really do. I used to be the ultimate schlepper, but I'm not anymore. I told my husband the first day that was hot, I was like, well, you'll know where to find me this summer. I'll be in the air conditioning, okay? I'm not even messing around. Last summer, 106 degrees like every day for 3 months. And I tried to schlep and do. This year, I'm just like, no, I'll come out in October when it cools back down. I'm good. And otherwise, I'll just be hiding in my house and running from one shade tree to the next. Like, we were out watering the other night, he and I. Gardening is our shared hobby. And so he and I were out watering and just taking, we call them walkabouts. We do walkabouts in the yard because our yard is full of different gardens that we've built. We had a house built and they put 2 trees in the front yard and 2 like, you know, basic gardens, and that was, you know, builder grade landscaping. And then we got to do everything else. And so we spent like the last 5 years putting in trees and gardens, and now we like to do walkabouts and we just check in with our plants and see how everybody's doing. Afraid we're going to lose one of our pear trees to blight. Apple tree does not look good right now. We do not know what we're doing when it comes to trees. We've lost so many trees to like the boring beetles. It's sad. It's really sad. We are not arborists. That is for sure. By the way, I bet someone out there is going, I wonder what size that paper is. It's 9 by 12. It's a really cheap, it's called sulfite, I think it's sulfite drawing paper on Blick Art Supplies, okay, blick.com. It used to be, nothing is ever $3 anymore, but it used to be like $3 for 100 sheets of 9 by 12, and this stuff takes a beating. I mean, I have watercolored on this stuff, acrylic painting, ink, smushing. I love this paper. It's real thin. It's just a basic paper, but I do really like it. For those who are curious what this paper is. I'm going to catch up to y'all. Yeah, you could definitely do smaller. It depends on what size purse you carry. I like to carry, it depends on, okay, my purse is always changing. It drives everyone in my family crazy. But depends on where I'm going. Sometimes I like a big old tote bag. And then other times I like something smaller. So yeah, depending on what size purse you carry, you might want to make something smaller. You might even get, if you're not into this, like you want to make books, but you don't, you might get those little mini composition notebooks. I saw them at Walmart the other day. I had to buy some supplies for my conference, my work conference. They had the mini composition notebooks at Walmart. You get 3 of them for $1 something. So it worked out to about 40 cents a book, I think. And then you could just decorate the covers. But to me, those were, I mean, they're great. They're amazing. I bought some. Let's just be honest. But I kind of like these better. Some, and probably not all, but man, I have put the beading on some composition notebooks paper too before with watercolor. Whatever I work in, watercolor is going to be a factor. And I don't mind, you know, playing with a composition notebook to see if it'll work, and it worked. I mean, I wouldn't paint a masterpiece in there, but I wouldn't paint a masterpiece anyways. It's not in my skill set. I was planning on this live being a fast one, but then now we're making 6 journals. So we'll just see. I don't know how long we'll be here today. Ooh, you could laminate the covers and make it 3 by 3. You totally could. Like a little square little thing. Yep. Almost done. I'm tearing a couple at a time now to try to move this process along. I think it's important to see live videos or real-time videos because you can get the honest to goodness idea of how long it takes to make something, you know? Just how long it takes to put 6 simple journals together, you know? It's important. It's important to see that. I know not everyone's got time for it, but it is important. Oh, let me bring one of those back. And don't worry, these will get used. Okay, I have a big tea dye session coming up, and so I could save all these scraps and put them in. I could tea dye them all. So they're basically 3 1/4. These would be great for mini slimlines by 6, like mini slimline cards, or you know, these could be really great tags or things to put in pockets, like if you stamp on them, tea dye them, bam, you've got so much potential even in our little scraps. So I'm using scraps and making more scraps, and it doesn't even upset me. One time I actually, you guys, I almost used up all of my scraps, and I was a little bit sad, but that was short-lived because I soon realized, nope, now I've got boxes of scraps again. Okay, we're done with that. We're done with the white paper. If you want to know what size these are, I can measure that as well, just in case you decide to make these. Inquiring minds want to know. This is about 5 3/4 by 6. Okay, and these are all just going to get folded in half. Like that. And I am still reading y'all's comments. Pretty scraps. Yeah, you make pretty things, you get pretty scraps. That's how that works. Right? Make pretty things, make pretty scraps. Lionel Richie. I saw some Lionel Richie 8-tracks the other day when I was searching for 8-tracks, but I went with Stevie Wonder, one of my favorites. But Lionel was there. He was hanging out in the 8-track section. Oh man, what was that musical documentary me and my hubby watched? Y'all aren't going to know, obviously, but I'm trying to recall. It was like, was it the making of, I almost want to say it was all around the making of the Michael Jackson Live Aid video, which I remember that from my childhood. And Merle Haggard and Stevie Wonder, Prince, I mean Lionel Richie, they had Diane Warwick, I think, was there, Diana Ross, Cyndi Lauper. Was Kenny G there? I don't know. I'm not sure if he was popping off at that time or not. I think Harry Belafonte was there. Of course, Quincy Jones was there. Because if you guys, I don't know if y'all like autobiographies or biographies, but I do. It's one of my favorite types of books to read is people's stories. It's always just, I just love them. I love them. And Quincy Jones has one called Q. And I've read it twice now. So yeah, of course, Quincy Jones was there. Ray Charles was there. Oh, that was such a great documentary that we watched. I don't know what it was called, but I'll try to find out. I might even text my hubby. He knows he can remember everything. I can remember nothing. We make a great pair. We're a good team. All right. We've got so much paper and we're not done yet. We may end up putting these in there. We may not. These are cute and they're really old Stampin' Up, but I don't know. I might skip those. I get to make that decision because I'm making the journals. All right. We're almost done with the paper part. Just using my covers as my guide. Again, this is a great scrap to have. Probably would have been even better if I would have cut a straight line, but no worries. I've read other, you know, when you read the musician stuff, okay, it's a little bit salacious. It's a little crazy, but it's definitely entertaining. I started a Ray Charles one, but I don't think I ever finished it. I read Anthony Kiedis from Red Hot Chili Peppers. I read his, now that one was wild and fun to read. They were a big deal when I was coming up. So, yeah, that was fun to read for me. Do you want to know who has a crazy biography? In case you didn't know, maybe you missed the memo. Andre Agassi, that old tennis player. He was wild, y'all. I mean, these aren't things that you want your kids reading necessarily, but I should read more important people's than Andre Agassi, but like basically it's like a soap opera, okay, but in book format. So at least I'm reading. Those, I'm going to put those to the side too. He was a wild child. And not in a good way at all. But it made for an entertaining story. See, I can be very basic and be the good girl that I am, and I can just read about other people being crazy. When I was coming up in school, I was like that. I was really a good kid, but I would hang out with all kinds of kids, and some were not very doing the right thing, you know? But it made things interesting. I still have a friend who makes things interesting. Oh my gosh. It still goes on. I love this paper. This is a Maggie Holmes, I'm pretty sure. I am catching up to y'all. Still, always. I'm always in catch-up mode, aren't I? There's only one of me. There's 54 of you. That's why. But I'm coming along here in the comments. Okay, I'm catching up. Don't give up on me. I'm gonna see what y'all are talking about. Better watch out. Hi Heidi. I don't think I said hi to you yet. Just been over here yapping. The other day I said yakking. Oh, that's so bad. Jessie B, how you doing? How's that puppy? You got a puppy. Tell us about your puppy. Puppies are so much work, but they're so darn cute. I'm going to keep these. These are probably going to go in my journal. I don't know. Probably. This is some Stampin' Up! Paper. I have so much old Stampin' Up! Stuff. You guys, I think I'm going to de-stash. Like a major de-stash. Sparkle Heart wants me to sell half of everything in my craft room so that we can go to Universal Studios and buy all the things. That girl's got an agenda, okay? She wants the wands, the capes, like everything from the wizarding world, right? So she wants all the things. And she's like, and I don't want to be limited in my desserts. I love her. She's a girl that has our priorities straight, you know? Who was I talking to? Was it Cindy last night at Craft Roulette? I was talking about how I craft early in the morning and it's kind of like eating your dessert first. Like, y'all know, you never know which way the day is going to go any day when you wake up. Who knows how it's going to go. But if you wake up and craft first thing, at least you know you'll get some crafting in. It's like eating dessert first at the restaurant so you know you have space for it. This paper is thick, super thick. This is, I threw away the branding strip, but Simple Stories, I think. The Cartabella paper. Ooh, I love that paper. I haven't bought any in a long time, but the Cartabella Simple Stories paper, I love the texture. And it's so thick. These would have made good covers too. All right, you guys. I'm going to get a couple more. I want plenty of, you know, plenty of quirkiness. Ooh, look at this. Crafty Friends, crafty paper. Natasha, you better use it up, girlfriend. This is a great way to use it. And for those who are just joining, and you might not know, we're making 6 mini slimline junk journals right now. That's right, we're making 6 of them. This is a stamp, you guys, from Red Lead Paperworks. Almost there, last piece. We've made it. You've made it. Congratulations. You all get a gold star. You made it through me processing all of those scraps. Okay. And talking. All the talking, right? Okay, there we go. That one should be good. So what's great about the mini slimlines is that you can get 2 journaling sheets from one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Isn't that fun? Let me make sure this isn't more than 3. And it was going to be. So use your mat. Use your ruler, use your cover. All right. Y'all might have been a little bit sleepy through that, but here it is. This is what we did. We folded all that paper just now out of scraps. And now we're going to put them in our 6 journal covers, and we are going to staple these in. So we are just going to move like lightning through this next process. Okay, I did create new scraps. These are the new scraps I created. But hey, that's not bad. That's a lot of using it up stuff too. All right, let's do this. Let's count out some of these more basic papers. Yes. And then we'll keep all of our tea dye together, and then we'll keep all of our patterned paper together, and we'll just kind of divvy this stuff up amongst the journals so we can keep it spicy and interesting. So let's see what we're working with here. I'll turn all these the same way. Okay. I'm about to be interrupted. 4, 6, 8, 30. Cool. Yep. Hold on, guys. I gotta open the front door. Or not. I don't know who that was. Oh, whoops. I stepped over something. Sounded kind of crazy, though, so I thought it was my brother-in-law, but I don't know who that was. I'm not opening the door. All right. We've got 30 sheets. At least I kept my count. It was nice and even. That made it easy. Natasha, you gave us all those project life cards. Oh my gosh. Natasha came to our in-person, gave Letty a bunch of project life cards, and then Letty's like, here, why don't you take some of these? So I could definitely use those in these journals. They're perfect for that, Natasha. They're so good for that, the project life. All right. So how many of these do we have? 6. Perfect. So each journal gets one of those. Okay. We've got 30 of these. We've got 6 journals. So that's 5. Nice. We'll do 5 of these per journal. Okay. So 1 of these, 5 of those. Let's count these out. $17 of those. So some can get 3 and 1 will get shafted. All right. And then I already lost my count. Same. How funny. Okay. All right. So 3, 3, 5, and 1. Let's do this. Now, a couple of these were real heavy. I'm going to start with this one. We'll put that one right here. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. I'm going to add one of these. They each get one of these, right? We might need more paper. I know. Let me get some book pages because I think we're going to need more paper. What I might do is I might not have enough to make all 6 of ours right now, but I'll make what I can. We'll make as many as we can with the paper that we have because I'm not going to torture y'all with any more paper cutting and folding and stuff, except for these book pages. And these are from, don't worry, it was falling apart, and I actually got it for like 10 cents because it was already missing pages when I got it. But this Beatles book. Is that a delivery guy? I don't know. kind of sounds like it might have been a delivery guy. Yeah, these will work. I don't know what they say, and some of it's kind of crazy, but it'll be okay. I'll put a disclaimer with them. If I sell them, you know, I'll just put a little disclaimer. It's the Beatles story, not mine, but look how perfect. Didn't have to cut that too much. Yeah, I think we're gonna need more pages, more types of pages. And they don't have to be super thick, you know, but I want quite a few. So, okay. 5, 6. 6 per side. That would be 12. And then 12 times 4. Yeah, that's kind of perfect. We'll do 6 per side. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my stapler. So here it is. Because this is only 3 inches, a regular stapler will do. You don't need a long arm. I want to secure these with some paper clips. They make these you want lots of paper clips when you're making a flip-flop journal. Trust me. I've done it a number of times now. And paper clips are your friend when you're making a flip-flop journal. Okay, so I've got this secured in. I'm going to take this and hopefully have success here. Okay. I think I'll just put 2 in. Yeah, perfect. Sometimes a guessing game on where the staple's gonna go. But I think 2, yeah, that one was a little on the inside, it looks like, but I think 2 will be fine. And if you don't like staples, don't use staples. But like here, we can put washi tape or something there. But I think 2 is more than enough to hold these, and there's only 6 pages. So let's do the other side now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my paper clip back in. I'm going to leave my paper clips in. I need more paper clips. Out. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to leave these in because it makes it so much easier as you work on this other side of your flip-flop journal. Okay, so this is this side, and hopefully everything was upright. There's not really anything directional, so we're fine. Yep, that's all good. So now I need to put things on this side. I'm going to go ahead real quick before we continue this and cut down my Beatles papers. I'm going to do it off camera because my desk is a mess. There we go. Now we just have to fold them and put them in. Cool. Each journal will get a Beatles page on each side. So we can start this one with a shorter sheet of paper. These are our journal covers. Okay. Grab some tea dye. So at a craft fair, I would probably price these. It really depends on your material and your time. You never really get all your time back. I'm so sorry. If you're doing this to make money, you might want to reconsider. I've yet to make any real money off of any of this stuff. It's not, luckily, I'm not in it for that. But if you are, you may reconsider. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6. Perfect. 6. Okay. But I would probably sell these in today's market for about $6, $6 to $7 each. So, but you know, again, I have to do the math because I'm not really sure how much time we've already put into this. You take how many you can make and the time, and I'm just using my scraps here, but still scraps, that's an expense. What will it cost you to replace the materials that you use? You know, when you're stapling, make sure you pull back that signature that we already have stapled in there. Because you don't want to staple it down, but we just made a little journal. And now we can take all these paper clips out. Now, obviously for my other one, you know, I did this closure, which is like a fabric bow closure. And all you do, you have to secure your bow, your fabric, only on one cover. See, it's not secure anywhere else but on this one cover. And I glued it behind this angel here. So that securely closes the flip-flop journal. That's the only way with a bow closure that I know to do it, really. But there's probably other ways you could secure these elastic bands. Maybe a really big fun paper clip. I got these in mail recently. You could, you know, like maybe not for the whole journal, but you could kind of secure it that way and like decorate the top of it, you know, with like fabric or whatever. And that would be one way. I don't think you'd want to put it on the whole thing. I mean, you do you. None of it makes a difference to me, but just a thought. That's an option. I don't know if it's a great option, but it's an option. Okay, so we just made one. A wind chime, Heidi, that sounds fun. I love wind chimes. They always make me think of my father. He loved wind chimes. And now I love them too. I have a couple on my front porch. My neighbors had to get used to them. They're so sweet. I love my neighbors. But yeah, they had to get used to my wind chimes when they first moved in. And I wasn't going to take them down because they were my father's. So it's like, sorry. But they're so sweet. They're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't put one of these in yet, have I? No, okay. 5. And then of course we have more of these, so we'll make this 6. It's kind of boring. Hold on. Let's put this one here. That's not boring. Yay for not boring. All right. So let's do this in the mass making style because that's the fastest way when you're mass making to make it in a production style. So I'm going to put my I'm going to clip my signature in. I'm going to flip over here. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do this to all of my journals. Then I'll staple them all. And we will have reached the goal I set out for when I started this video, which was making a bunch of mini slimline journals. Like I said, I wasn't anticipating that we would finish them like fully decorated. I was basically going for construction and using up scraps was the goal today. I'm going to have to cut more patterned paper. It's just all there is to it. Let's use this one. I think we're at 6. Oh, we're at 5. Now we're at 6. That's not my favorite arrangement. Let's change that. Okay, I like that. Yep, that'll work. I like my center page to always have like some kind of interest to it and decoration on it. So I'll clip these on. I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to read more of y'all's comments. It's the whole point of doing a live. I just get wrapped up crafting and sometimes I'm racing the clock. What beach? We are going back to San Jose Island, Port Aransas, Rockport, that whole area. Hi, Debbie Trapp. How you doing? We're just making mini slimline flip-flop journals today. I know you've probably been here a few minutes. I'm behind, but I'm catching up. Okay. Oh, cool. Oh, you did those? The whole shop, Jesse? Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Yeah, Anton from Bontique Vintage Design. That 50% off coupon, you guys, that he gave us is good as long as I'm still working with him. Like, he didn't give us that 50% off just for the 10K giveaway. He gave us that 50% off for as long as I'm designing with his papers. Did y'all know that? So Bontique Vintage Design on Etsy. You can go there. You can use, I think it's Bitty Penny. I might have to look and make sure, but I think it's Bitty Penny is my code. And you can get 50% off in the shop. He's such a generous, sweet person, and I love his designs. So that's 5. Definitely gonna need more patterns paper because that's what I like. Oh, I forgot this is the softer colored journal. Let me switch this one out. Switch it out for this. Oh, thanks, Maddie. I'm glad. Glad you feel that way. That's my goal, is to keep you guys inspired and crafting along with me. Okay, let's do this one. Maybe not. Yeah, maybe that'll work. It's really, I don't know if this really goes with this. I don't really like that. I really wish I had more pattern paper for these journals. I think I would be happier, but we'll just stick in lots of project life cards and things like that, and it'll be all right. Plus, it's okay if they're a little basic. One, I'm not going to sell them for much, and two, other people will be adding their things to them. Okay, so we're halfway done. 3 more to go. Hang in here with me. I hear you, bird. I gotta go get my mom tires for her car today. That should be fun. I mean, I don't mind. It's my mom. But it's not exactly fun. But we'll do anything for the mama. I'm going to stagger these a little bit. Like that. I like that. Paper clip, paper clip, paper clip. Ooh, that's a pretty paper clip. Okay, flip it over. Do it again. Nope. Yeah, I'm already running out of pattern paper. That was not enough for this project. So this might be our last one, or the one after this. So we may end up still only making 5. So I'm just putting 6 sheets in each one, in each side, 12 sheets in the journals total. And 6. You know what? I'm going to have to put middle staples in these because I don't think the top, doing the 2 edges is going to catch some of these shorter pages. Note to self. Oh, see, here's one of these with like a little bit of fabric on it. Okay. Let's do, I think we can do one more. It's going to have to be this one. Oh, here's a little bit of pattern paper we can throw into the mix. Just little scraps. Again, this is all just scraps. It's funny because now at this point it's looking more, it's not looking like scraps anymore because we're turning it into something. Let's see how many that is. Okay, we need one more. Let's do this. Let's slide these. Put one of these in here and put this one in here. Perfect. Okay. I've moved on to the jumbos. All right. How you doing, Cindy? I'm sorry, I'm really far behind. How you doing? I'm gonna catch up. I always say that, like, I'm catching up. I've got to catch up, but I am. I hope you're doing well. It was so fun hanging out with you last night at Craft Roulette. Did you get your card made? Have you made your card yet? 5. We need, this one will just be kind of plain, 6. That's okay. It won't be plain for long. We'll do something to it. All right, so we ended up having plenty of this paper. And now not enough of these. This is my pattern paper I had left. This is my tea dye. I had 3 sheets of tea dye, 2 sheets of pattern paper, and a whole bunch of this. And I have another journal cover. I'll just keep these together and work on it, you know, later. Oh, and I had 1 sheet of Beetles paper left. All right. So put that to the side. We will not be getting to that today. Let's staple these and make it so. I'm just going to double check. There's not really anything directional except for the Beetles paper. It doesn't look like. But it's still nice to put things in the right side. Oh, I didn't even put any Beetles over here. Oh well, doesn't matter. Here we go. See, I don't know how this paper clip right here is going to help. I think I have to put it over here. I think it would interrupt my stapling. I am going to staple. I'm going to put 3 staples in these because we've got those shorter papers in there. And I want to make sure I catch all of the paper. Okay. Do it again. Again, I'm going to move this over here. Now, I don't want to catch this paper because I want to be able to lift this paper when I'm stapling. Oh, I'm about to run out of staples, but that's okay. I have some handy. So no frets. Cool. We have another flip-flop journal in our midst. And of course, there's still lots to be done with these, but it's a start. So you flip through all there, then you flip it over, and you flip through all these. 6 pages seems to be a good number for these. Yeah, definitely 3 staples is good for these with the smaller sheets. Okay. Let me read more comments and then we'll put our next one together. We didn't make a video, Cindy, but I did take pictures and I shared a haul, a flip through of the journal, and there's a couple of pictures that you can see of Letty and Debbie and I together. So check that out. I released that this week on my channel. And you can kind of see, I didn't take a lot of pictures. I don't vlog, or, you know, I don't know. I'm not real comfortable taking like video in public spaces. And I think it's because I really don't want other people to feel uncomfortable, and I don't know the rules, and I don't want to ask. And like, I'm a rule breaker in the craft room, but I'm a rule follower everywhere else for the most part. For the most part. That staple did not go in there well. I think we're going to have to fix that one. Yeah, that's unacceptable. Just rip it out with my bare hands. All right, let's try that again. Let me put some staples in here. Yeah, we're getting down low. I have some colorful staples. I've actually had these for a long time. It was before I was even a paper crafter. So let's use these. We'll put some hot pink. Oh boy. Put some hot pink in there. They're shifty. All right. Oh, I'll fight with that box later. Let's get the staple in here. Good night, Rhonda. Rest well. Rest well. She's probably already asleep. Hi, Sarah. Oh, really? You craft in the garage. How do you... I do store a few books and things in the garage. How do you store your inks and things? Do you store them in the garage too? I'm just curious. Oh, that was another terrible staple. I think I'm going to put my foam stamping mat underneath this. I'm going to rip this one out with my bare hands too. New journal today, Gloria. We are doing one of my favorites to make, which is the mini slimline flip-flop journal. It's better. And we're using scraps. Just busting through scraps and using 6x6 paper. If you're anything like me, you have way too much in your stash. They come together really quickly. It's a great way to use up your scraps and your 6x6 paper. So we have 3 there, and we have 2 more off to the side here to staple together. Oh no, Maddie, why are you crying? Both of my boys are out of state. One married, one engaged. Miss them so much. They're visiting in 2 weeks. Oh. Yeah, Maddie, I'm not ready for all that. My daughter just went away for the night, and I'm like, when are you bringing my child back? You know? Like, I'm already ready for her to come home. And then tonight, though, the sleepover is at my house. So at least I don't have to be missing both of my kids on the same weekend. It's coming. Oh, I know it's coming, but I'm just not ready. I feel for you. I'm sure you did a great job raising them. Ooh, those hot pink staples. Nice. On that hot pink cover. Sweet. That's all I can say is sweet. Okay, una más. See, this moves along. And then you get to have fun. You can sit in front of the TV and decorate your little journals. Once you get this part done, you can decorate them on the go, on the couch, at the kitchen table, and finish them up because your construction is done. You have to make a card. Yeah, got my card made. I know, I think it was Rhonda. She has to make a card for her dad and her hubby. She's like, yeah, it's definitely not great to wait, but you know, sometimes that's the way it goes. At least we don't have to mail them off. I think most card makers, not all, but, and I probably can't even say most, but a lot of card makers struggle like me with just getting them in the mail. It's like, all we do is spend our free time making cards and then we don't mail them off. We're afflicted in that way. So at least you won't have to mail it. We made 5 journals. 5 flip-flop journals. Now, obviously, you could take ephemera and start decorating them. She's like, not interested. Please move on, sir. But you don't have to use that. Oh, shucks. Look what I just found. These would have been cute pages. Whatever. You know, the Alice in Wonderland bunny would be a really cute topper for these. So you can decorate these any way that you want. I probably put a fully dressed woman versus a half dressed, but you know, that's just me. And this could just be, this could go in and decorate the pages. So, you know, decorate them however you want. Let me grab some Project Life cards. I think I have some handy, and I'll show you where you can put those, how you can use the Project Life, or you might not have Project Life. Don't go buy a bunch of Project Life because I say you can put those in here. You can use printables, you can use cut aparts from paper pads. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This paper pad that we used today was a 12 by 12. And I had used it for something recently. Oh, I was using my scraps for Oh So Inspired. It came back to me. Anyways, these are cut aparts that came from it. So these cut aparts are basically the same thing as a Project Life card, right? So, you know, you could put these inside of here. You can decorate the covers with these. You can use your digital kits. You can use your dies and stamps. This is a little teddy bear stamp that I have. And then I had die cut this frame out. So already right here, you kind of have a cute little thing. And then you can use your sentiments and just have joined later. You know, this one, I just decorated this one cover. I stamped this. I die cut it out. I ink blended, and that's it. And then I used that to glue down the tie closure. Now these are sewn in because that's my preferred way. But I wanted to give you guys options who don't want to sew. But yeah, these are just like little printable prayer cards because this is a prayer journal. And little pockets. And then you just go through, use your stamps. So all those white pages that we put in, you can stamp them. The fold out pages. Here's a Project Life card. And I just put it on with some of my alcohol ink tape. See, there's where it's stitched. Another little stamp. This one might be from the Dollar Tree, actually. Another Project Life card. Real easy. Easy peasy and so cute. And then you flip it over and it goes this way. This one I clipped on, I stamped on a scrap piece of paper, a bird. And then I used a brad. Well, first I stapled a piece of scrap fabric to the scrap piece of paper that I had stamped. I only used my scraps. And then I put a brad in and put that on the page. The possibilities are endless. I mean, I'm only giving you a few ideas here. It's a jumping off place for you guys. But you can do anything with these little journals, and they're so cute. They're so fun. Let's just work on one with some of my Unity stamps real quick. Okay, but so if you have stamps, get your stamps out. If you have stencils, get your stenciled out. If you have digital kits with amazing patterns, because we might not all love digitals, but me and Jessie love them. Get those out. I think it does, Gloria, but I need to hook speakers up. I think I need to hook those up. Stacy Boo! How you doing? Scotland, UK. Well, welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Did you watch, or what is it? I watched it and fell asleep to it this morning. the color, the troops or whatever. I can't even think of what it's called anymore, but sorry, no disrespect. Ah, how are you? Hey, Jonah. I'm working on small journals. Yes, yes, but I'm so glad someone jumped in and answered me. Thanks, guys, for keeping people informed when I'm really behind on these. Oh my gosh, Maddie, I love that journal so much. And for those that don't know, it's right here. I'll grab it and my stamps at the same time. I want to use these. Okay, but here's the journal that Maddie was referring to, my rock and roll journal from my friend T. I asked her to join me this morning, but it was really spur of the moment, and she was already busy. So maybe next Saturday she'll come on here with me and we'll craft together, but she made me this, and I love it. I love it so much. So cool. So, so cool. I saw her working on it, but then when it came to me, holy cow, it's so cool. Really love this thing. Okay, but we are going to use this little stamp set called One of a Kind from Unity. I think it's an oldie but goodie, y'all. Okay, so embrace your funky self. I would have bought it for that alone, but I also like these two. I like all of it, but I would have bought it probably for that one stamp. But it also, a little bird told me, you are just right exactly as you are. I think everyone needs to hear that. See who you really are. Are you one of a, you are one of a kind. Wow, I can read. And then these ladies. So let's just look how big these are. Let's use these to decorate one of these little journals and make it funky and fun. So that's what's kind of fun about these is some of these staples I'm going to have to mash down a little better, I think. Staples sometimes are, I very rarely use staples. I would rather so, but not everyone feels that way. And I want you to see how quick and easy they really can be if you want to mass make them. All right. So let's play with this. I haven't used it yet, so all the paper's on the back of it. This little flower is super cute. This will be great to stamp on a few pages. Now, you'll have to be aware of things like bleed through of your papers. You know, like this is a really thin paper, so if you stamp on here, you're probably going to get some bleed through. So you may not want to do a super dark color, or just be aware, if I stamp something right here, maybe I should put a pocket on the back, or be okay with it showing through. So let me demonstrate, because there's always a way to fix things. I don't know, I've never really used this Coastal Cabana, but this is from a friend of mine. Sent it to me. It's my only Stampin' Up! Pad like this. This is their newer style, but I think they've had it out for years now. I don't even know if they still make ink pads like that. Okay, but it's a bold color on a thin sheet of paper. Super cute. Little bit of bleed through. Now this is a really cool paper, but little bit of bleed through. I'm actually not mad about that personally. What a cool color, the Coastal Cabana. I'm okay with that. Like I can live with that. So let's do another, but you may get different results on different papers. So tea-dye paper will usually cause bleed through too. Okay, so let's put another flower over here in the same color, but we'll put it at the top. And there's some bleed through. So if that bothers you, it's something to think about with your stamps. Like I said, you can put patterned paper there. You could put a sticker there. You could ignore it. You could try to stamp it again, although then you're going to have bleed through over here. It's not symmetrical design, so you're not going to have symmetry. It's not going to line up perfectly. Let's just put one flower on this side and just kind of tie everything together. It's nice to have a few elements in your journals like this that are real eclectic like this, that have like a unifying factor to them. So like this flower can kind of be our unifying factor. Another one could be the color that you stamp in. You know, you could use the same color. Like I think that color would be pretty on this cover. This is the Funky Self saying. So, gosh, I need to get a clean block. Hold on. I need to clean that block off. Don't worry, I'm not done reading comments. I'm going to come back and read more. Well, you guys might have to look at a dirty stamp block because for some reason I can't find my other ones. Okay, so for this, it's a little wide, and I'm not going to stamp directly on this paper anyways, but I am going to have to think about maybe putting it at an angle if I want it to go on the cover. I'm going to see if my scrap, if it'll fit on this scrap of paper, and it will. It looks like it will. So let me move this over to the side for a second. Let's see what it looks like in this color. One of the fun things about using stamps is you can always stamp as many times as you want, whatever colors you want. Yeah, I think I'll even stamp it on there a little crooked. We'll see. Embrace your funky self. I actually somehow stamped that straight. The funky is sideways on that, which is fun. That would be so fun on the cover, but it's just a little too big, I think, unless we're gonna have to cut it at an angle. And even then, I think it's a little too big. The only other option I can think of, we'll see if this works, is kind of doing a bubble cut around it. This is not a strength of mine, it's because it's something I don't do very often. Let's see if that works. That's better. So we can put this, oh, I have those sunglass girls. I have to think of where I put them. If I don't find them fast, we don't get to use them. That's how that's going to work. So cat couples, I used this for my craft roulette card last night, but you could definitely put like a little cat for the funky self. I think what I'll do though instead is use the stamp set, and I'm gonna stamp, I know these girls are as is, this is too big obviously, but we can cut it down and just put a few of them on there. Just grabbing scraps for more stamping. Let's stamp this one in black. Whoops. Okay. it's fun to do whimsy and eclectic because I feel like it's really freeing, like anything goes. Like you can slap a cat on it, you can slap a girl with sunglasses on it, you could put these ladies on it. Like it's just whimsical. There's no like set. She has a rebel shirt on. Her shirt says rebel. She's not like the others. Yep. Awesome. I'm going to fit 2 of the matchy girls in here. And then the girl with the rebel shirt. See, you could do something like this. And just have like quirky, funny little journals started. And you could color it if you wanted. Let me grab, let's see. I just need to move a couple of things real quick, you guys, so I can gain access to more things. I was thinking our girls are in this pile. Our sunglass girls. Our fun, crafty sayings are in here. These girls would be super cute. These are from Red Dead on Etsy. Some more crafty sayings. More scraps. This is the Godzilla stuff. I don't see our sunglass girls. Oh, I know why. I gave them all to Debbie J. That's why. But these girls would be super cute. You could totally put them on there. I like them. You know, anything. You can decorate these any way you want. We can make it like boho. I'm grabbing more ephemera, you guys. My friend Barbie sent me some stamped out little dresses. I think these would be super cute too. Like, you know, you could do paper dolls. Here's some Dollar Tree hearts from when they do Valentine's at the Dollar Tree. And they have all these funky little hearts. They're all glittery. You could do flowers, birds. Absolutely anything, any theme for these that you want. We're going to play around with this a little bit more. I'm just looking for a cute little dress. And then you could put hearts around it. I kind of like the red ones. You know, just make it fun and funky or not. Make it elegant, make it Christmas, make it whatever you want it to be. I'm kind of just really not feeling that. I love that sentiment, but not on the cover. It just doesn't really fit. But I could put like a dress with the hearts and put that sentiment on the inside. Could put the ladies, put some hearts, and then put like a saying right here. You can make it any style you want. I'm not committing to any of it today because I'm not ready for that level of crafty commitment just yet on these journals. But one thing we did do, and I will show you real quick. Oh, you have a kitty, Gloria, named Tinkerbell. That is so sweet. Hanging with Tinkerbell. Let's stamp, okay, let's stamp some of these out. I'm not committed to the cover yet. The cover, honestly, is something I usually save for last. I really do. But we can make some fun little ephemera pieces with these things to put in our journal. So I'm going to take these stamps out. We made scraps when we were crafting. So this right here, you know, we made these scraps. Let's get this stuff out of the way real quick. Maybe you could bring your stamped images over here onto this. I'm liking this so much better than having it on the cover. I think I'm just gonna have to like sacrifice part of the Y. Oh, that's like a big part of the Y. I wish this stamp was a little bit smaller. I don't usually say that, but I do. I can commit to this. Let's glue this down. This will be a fun little journaling card that we can put in. I'll grab some Project Life cards. We'll kind of decorate those with the stamps. I'll show you how to put those in. We'll put in a couple of pockets. See, and then this can be, let's put it over here. This can be added into the journal, like either by a paper clip, a pocket, a piece of tape. Let's just paper clip this one right up here on the Beatles page. So we can just make a little bit of ephemera. We had these strips that I said, oh, instant belly bands. We can put in a belly band. Probably on a sturdier page. Here's one of the sturdiest. Sparkle Heart was Tinkerbell. Her first ever Halloween. Young Z was Peter Pan. My hubby was Captain Hook. I was TikTok. And Sparkle Heart was Tinkerbell. So your cat named Tinkerbell makes me think of that. Puppy is between 18 months and 2 years. Oh, you didn't get a puppy. You got a young dog. Oh, that's fun. We got when our Fazzy girl, she was a 2-year-old when we got her. Puppies are so fun. All the bright flowers, I know, and the black and white checks, yeah. Beetlejuice. Yeah, I could totally see that, Paula. Bye. Flo, you're so funny. She's like, Biddy, I intentionally watch glue dry. You're not boring. Hey, Jackie, how you doing? How are you doing? We're making mini journals, which you've probably already seen. I'm going to grab some Project Life cards super duper fast. I'm always talking about my craft room being a mess, but I do know where things are. Let's see, do these work? They would. You could even put a library card. It'll hang out a little bit, or you could trim a little off. But that would be cute to put in a little. And it's okay if things hang out the edges. There's no one policing that. If you make a journal and things hang out the edge, you will not be arrested. There's no tickets, no fines. You will be fine. So here are some Project Life cards. They're super fun. Let's just grab a couple. I don't know. I don't have any preference really. Ooh la la. We'll take that one. Okay. They're all great. They're fun. Live in the moment. Perfect reminder to put in a journal, don't you think? That's what we're doing. Lovely. Sure. Okay. I keep them in this old Stampin' Up. Some I keep in here. All right, so we've got some Project Life cards out now. Do you want to know the size? Maybe you don't know the size. Maybe you've never heard of Project Life cards before. These are 3 by 4. Okay, so look how, I'm going to show y'all how easy this is. We're going to take a Project Life card. We're going to slap a dress on it. We're going to be like, that's cute. And then, let me make sure it's not upside down though. Okay, there's no writing, so there is no upside down. Just do that. You could put a saying on here if you wanted to, but you don't have to. And then you can come in and tape it into your journal. Grabbing that Timmy tape. Timmy tape. Let's use some of these thinner strips. And bam, you have like a little, we're gonna flip up that way for that one. And yeah, it's gonna stick out like over here, sticks out, it's okay. Makes it easier to open. Okay, so if you know you're mass making these, I would not suggest spending a ton of time figuring things out, you know, just play. Okay, so here's a stamp. We can stamp onto a Project Life card. I am making a big old mess, y'all. Hold on. These ladies are twinsies. They're sisters. What are y'all talking about? Kim's here. Jackie's here. Hi, hi, hi. I mean, maybe you're still here. Hi, Maritza. I don't know what this one says because my eyes are old. A little bird told me. I'm going to stamp it up here because then this other one needs to go. Let's put it on a Project Life card maybe. Let's do this one. So we're going to do a little bird told me on this side. Yes. On this side, I'm just going to stamp it on. Decorating is where is the time suck. So in the first part of this video, we made 6 journals. Then the decorating will take you so much longer. But hopefully some of these little tricks of like just using Project Life cards and scrappy little belly bands really quick. Okay, so little birdie told me on that side, and then this other side is going to have this sentiment, which I am going to stamp on scrap paper and glue on because I don't want to stamp on top of that. So I'll take this. Muy bien. Gracias. Aww. You know, I already told myself this morning, I don't know what my mom's thinking because I need to check in with her, but I already told her I didn't want to be the first one to the tire shop because everybody tries to be the first one to the tire shop. And then you end up waiting in a line. I'm going to go randomly in the middle of the day when people don't want to be at the tire shop, and hopefully that strategy will work. I like that. Okay, I know it's funky and not straight, and I'm going to tape it on with some Timmy tape. And that's what makes it fun to me. See, oh, and there's the little bird. The little bird told me if I tape it to the cover, then they can open it. You're exactly right as you are, and have the bird there. That's really fun. Let's do that. I want a wider piece of Timmy tape for this job because it needs to like fold over to the front of the cover. Let's use this kind of long, wide piece for this. Oh, we're going to have 2 Project Life cards back to back. And actually, I'm going to trim this one a little bit. Just right on this grid line like this. I don't want it interfering with the fold, and I don't want it hanging over the cover. And I don't mind having really cool tape on the front of my cover. Oh, fun with the birds, and then this little thing. I wasn't really planning on putting 2 right next to each other, but you know what? It'll be just fine. Let's use some scraps real quick. We'll make a pocket. See this scrap? Just so happens to be perfect for a pocket. Actually gonna fold it down and double it because it's a little bit thin. This is real thin, kind of like copy-weight paper. So just fold it down like that. Trim that. This won't really matter because it's about to be cut again. And hold it over the edge of the paper. Oh boy. Trim it again, like so. Nice little pocket. You could put the ladies on the front if you wanted to, or you could put them up here with a piece of washi tape. Let's do that. Okay, you'll see what I'm doing, making sure. Sparkle Heart and I were drawing yesterday, and she was trying to learn how to draw some tropical flowers, and we turned on this video, and this guy's hand was so big, and the way he filmed, and you couldn't see what he was doing at all. Felt bad for him because I know how much work it is to put a video together, but it wasn't a very useful video for someone trying to learn how to draw because you couldn't see what he was doing. All you could see was his hand and the finished product. Bless his heart. We're going to put them up there and just grab some washi tape. So this is how, I mean, this is kind of like a labor intensive way how I would decorate these little journals. You don't even have to do this much. Just depends on how much you're going to sell them for, or if you're making them for somebody, then you get to decide. It's your journal. You get to decide what you want to do and how you want to do it. But we've got these little pockets now. Got a pocket on that side, just a random decoration on this one. Could put another little dress just for the fun of it. And if you don't like staples, take a piece of washi tape. And cover them up. Now you're going to have to washi these pages separately, or else you're going to stick them together. So you're going to have to washi the short page separate. You can't run it from the top to the bottom because this page is shorter. But at least you can get most of the staples covered if that's not your vibe. And it just helps reinforce it a little bit. All right. So all of this with our scraps, of course, and then a few embellishments. It's just super fun. I love making these little journals. They're really kind of totally addictive. A great way to use up your paper. You don't have to have any special supplies. With the measurements that I gave y'all today, you can use a regular stapler to staple your pages in. You don't have to sew anything. We have one more over here. And yeah, then you can just have fun using your stash to decorate them up. You know, anything goes, whatever you want. I'm going to spend a little more time curating these probably. And if I do, then I will sell them for more. It just depends on how much time I put into something, on how much it's going to sell for, or how much I'm going to try to sell it for. But this one's turning out pretty cute already. We haven't done a ton of stuff, but we can flip through it real quick. We've got A Little Bird Told Me, You Are Just Right Exactly As You Are. And then that fun little thing, right? A pocket. I don't have anything in it yet. Just more fun images. I still want to put something here. Then you flip it over. We don't have our covers decorated yet, but that will come. Got the flowers, Embrace Your Funky Self, little clipped onto a book page bit. So already with just a few little things, they really start to kind of come together. I do recommend a unifying element in your pages or in your journals. This one, we can just pop a project life card and that belly band and call it done. See, they come together so quickly. So that's it. That's what I got for you guys today. This is what I woke up and really wanted to make when I woke up today. So this is what we made. I wanted to use up scraps, which I did. And it's good for me to use these up too. And just play and have fun and use up some patterned paper. It's a really fun project. I'm not saying goodbye yet because I know Flo, you're funny. I've got to catch up to y'all. I am going to read all of y'all's comments. So give me a minute. Flo, Andrea says, why does Biddy think that watching her tear paper is torture? Doesn't she know we wait on paint to dry? I know. I just figure like it gets a little old maybe because it's like just the same thing over and over. Yay, Jackie gets to open new craft supplies and make stuff later. Woohoo! That is something to celebrate right there. Exactly, Gloria. She was saying it doesn't take a lot of full pages to make one of these journals. That's exactly right. It doesn't. Like, you can make a lot of these really quickly, and you don't have to have a ton of paper or supplies. Yeah, I know, Flo. You're funny. Oh, good. Sparkle Heart's headed home. I just got a text. Jackie, are you feeling better? I sure hope you are, sweetie. Yeah, so, you know, even if I sold these for $7, you know, for a couple hours of time, it's not bad because these were all scraps. None of this is a big deal. So it is you know, a little bit of money. And it's great to have things on your craft table that I think I like to have, like my cards are my lowest priced item usually. But that's about to change. My cards used to be my lowest priced item because I mass made my cards in like a sheet load way, but I don't do that. I'm not going to take those cards anymore, I don't think. And I'm kind of getting those out of my stash. Not my sheet loads necessarily, but some of my first cards that I used to make were really like clean and simple. But I don't really make those anymore. And so my cards I'm going to start selling for like $6 or $7, and I'm not going to feel bad about it because when my husband buys me a nice card at the grocery store, I've seen him pay $13 for a card from Hallmark before. So, you know, because I turn it over and there it is. So I'm like, well, hello, I need to sell my handmade cards for more. It makes me sad when I see people sell them for $2 or $3, which I get. Like, everyone has to price things the way they want to price things. But to me, it's handmade by you. It's special. And if Hallmark can charge more, well, by golly, so can we. Ave had to go. I'm sure I missed her. What's the name of the brand of paper that you started with at the very beginning? It's beautiful. The covers that I made, it's super old paper pad. I don't know, and I probably got it from Tuesday Morning. I'm so sorry. I love it. I've been hoarding it for years. Hey, Michelle. Welcome, welcome. I like to look at the fun shapes that clouds make too. I taught that to my kids, like to look up and see what they can see in the clouds. You've only been to South Padre, Natasha. Yeah, we really like Rockport and We visit Port Aransas, but we don't stay in Port Aransas. South Padre is my favorite, but it's just twice the distance. So if we're making a quick trip, like this trip is only going to be 3 days, I'd rather travel a shorter distance and spend more time at the beach. The name of the Etsy store that's offering 50% off is Bontique Vintage Designs. And I have it listed. If you go back and watch my first of the month videos for the last 2 months, because I've been working with Anton the last 2 months, I have a link to his shop and the discount code for 50% off in my crafty recap, where I show you everything I made the month before and what I'm working on. That would be the easiest way to find it later. I'll also try to come back here and add it. One eye open, hey. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. She also wanted to know what papers these are, and they're just ancient. I don't know. This is a paper pad that should have been made forever. It's just amazing and gorgeous. Bye, Maddie. I know you're probably already gone. I'm not a celebrity. That's hilarious, Cindy. I just have an iPhone and a big mouth, and I like to craft. That's hilarious. Question, 50% off where on Etsy? Hey, Sarah, it's 50% off at Bontique Vintage Design. I'm trying to think if I made a community post about it. I don't remember, to be honest, if I did or not. Oh man, we're pulling out fancy staples. Yeah. Ah. Nice. You're getting an air conditioner tomorrow. Good, good, good. Yeah. I was going to suggest that you keep your inks in a, kind of a sealed box or something, so that it can at least kind of trap some of the moisture and humidity. Because if they got too dry, and I just can only think of our garage, and oh my gosh, how hot it can get in there. But that would just help prevent them from drying out. The inks really, and like if you use paste and stuff, those are the only things I can really I imagine being affected by it. Paint, your liquids basically, is the only thing that I can imagine being affected by it. Otherwise, you're probably fine. Cree Rama dropped in. Cree, I want to craft with you. Hubby's birthday party, nice. I'm sure she's not here and I missed her. That was probably a long time ago. Do y'all know Cree? I've suggested her to you guys many times. She's here on YouTube, Cree Rama, and she is fabulous, like 100%. And she also has, for all of you on Facebook, she has a wonderful Facebook group that I could be talking, but if I keep crafting, I won't read all the comments. So I have to separate the two. Sorry. Let me at least change the view for you guys. I don't know. But it's called Junk Journal Divas, I think. It's a really good community for junk journalers or mixed media artists. Card makers would probably enjoy it too. But she has a community on Facebook that's really good. They do a lot of swaps and a lot of different things. Cindy, I spent the last 10 minutes looking for a happy anniversary stamp. Well, for your craft roulette, here is my card that I made last night for craft roulette. I did my cat couples. And to me, even just putting a couple without the sentiment makes me think anniversary. And then I put live your story. This is always hard. There you go. Now you can see it. I put this Tim Holtz Live Your Story. This is an anniversary card for my brother and sister-in-law who were engaged. They were living in Brooklyn when they got engaged. So I put the New York for the new. And then I tore and distressed this. And so I didn't put happy anniversary on the outside, but it is an anniversary card. I did put it on the inside. Huge. This is an A9 card. Nobody likes an A9. Well, I do. So I made an A9. Aren't those little paper doll clothes so cute? She took a stamp from red lead and stamped them on her scrap pattern papers. And then she cut all these out and sent them to me. That is a labor of love right there. But they're so cute. And I keep them in my little ephemera holder, all nice and neat. And they're so cute to play with. Ooh, Kim, I love that idea. She was thinking of making a journal and naming it My Book of Sarcasm. I love that. Yeah, of course. Yes, project life cards are perfect for these kinds of little projects. Absolutely. Book of Snark. I like that. What's Timmy tape? Well, Timmy tape is Tim Holtz' new product, and I'm just calling it Timmy tape, but I'm using it up. I had bought the bundle of all of his new release, but I make my own, so I'm just determined to use it up. I've used up one sheet already, and I'm well on my way to use up these others. And then I'm just going to keep making my own. So I make tape like this already, but it came in the bundle, so I'm just determined to use it up. And yeah, I've just been referring to it as Timmy tape, but it's Tim Holtz sticker tape. That's what Timmy tape is. Yep, just regular tape, alcohol markers for inks. You got it, Flo. Thanks for helping out. I know, Gloria. I'm just like that, you know. I'm like, no, no, I'm not gonna decorate them. Okay, now let's decorate them. Yeah, you could just. I'm telling you, you could go to town making these. You can make them so quick and make so many, and use up all your scraps and your paper, and they are like little bunnies. They just multiply, which is how I feel about like 6x6 paper pads. They're like gremlins. I turn my back and there's 12 more of them somehow. Emily's here. Emily, Emily, Emily. I think I may have to make a Winnie the Pooh themed one today. That would be so cute. And Emily, I want to hang out. I'm going to get us together with Deidre and Letty. You, me, Deidre, and Letty. And we're going to have a crafty play date, okay? You can buy a card from Hallmark for $13. Or as a card maker, you can make it for 200. Mwah. Exactly, Megan. I know, exactly. Like you spend like 200 to make a cute card. It's crazy. I don't anymore, but I used to be that way. Hey, but the more the cards you make, you bring down the price, right? I love Winnie the Pooh. Emily, I bet that's going to be so adorable. Sarah, no joke, Megan. I have no shoes, but I have craft stuff. Ah, yes, use those designer series papers. I think you're referring to Stampin' Up. I have some in here. That one, that's a designer series paper. Yep. Hey Janet, how you doing? You guys, I'm making it. I am like getting caught up here. Bertha, hi. I'm just catching up. I get so far behind. You're not late to the party, Vicky. You're just fine. And hi, Mariah. I get so far behind. Yeah, Bertha. I don't know how long I've been on here, but go watch from the beginning. We used scraps. We made enough to make 6 journals, but I only put 5 together because I wanted to cut up some more pattern paper. But all I used was 6x6 paper and scraps from my stash, and I made these quirky little flip-flop journals. So flip-flop is one of my favorites, right? And these are my favorite size to make because I have too much 6x6 paper. Okay, and then I used Project Life cards. I only did a little bit of decorating. I wasn't going to do any decorating, but then I kind of couldn't help myself. Put pockets in them. And these go so fast. I stapled them today because not everybody wants to sew, and I get that. So I stapled these together with a regular swing line. So yeah, they're super easy. They come together so fast. And you can use scraps. So you'll notice not all my pages are like the same size or anything because I'm using scrap paper. So some have more uniformity than others. Let's look at this one. You know, just different sizes, little bits here and there of paper. This one needs a lot of decoration in my opinion. Has a lot of white pages, but that's fine. You can pull out your stencils, your stamps, more patterned paper, more scraps, you know, and just start decorating it. Don't let the white paper stop you. Maybe that's the majority of what you have. It shouldn't stop you because you can always add more to it. So definitely, Bertha, if you want to see how I made these, then definitely check that out. They are based on, I don't know where I put it, the prayer journal that I had made before, which is the same construction. There it is. So you may have seen this video before. It's like a 20-minute, one of my edited videos, where I made a whole bunch of these. Now here's the tie, and I've kind of gone over this in the video already, but you can only attach it to one cover because it's a flip-flop journal, but you only need to attach it to one cover, and then you wrap it around the back and tie it together. That's how I did the closure on these. These are more thematic. So these are like little prayer journals for cancer patients. My mom makes things, she crochets for cancer patients, and I was looking for something that I could do to give with her crochet, and I came up with these little journals. So that was where they were, where I came up with them. Now the flip-flop is not my idea, but this size is something that where I made it my own kind of thing. But the flip-flop idea actually came from Leslie at 509 Willow House Journals. I think she's the originator, as far as I know, of the flip-flop journal. She makes them out of business envelopes, like recycling, you know, junk mail is how she makes hers. And I said, well, I want to make flip-flop journals out of 6x6 paper because that's what I have a lot of. And it's junking up my craft room. So that's what we did today. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. If I missed saying a hello to anyone, I apologize. Um, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're feeling inspired. I'm going to have fun. See, once you get to this point, here's what I love. You pop these little babies into a box, you know, and then you can put in, let's just mimic it real quick. Let me show you what I will probably be doing with these. You know, you just grab a box. You put your journals in there. You can put your stamps in there. You can put things that you're going to cut apart in there. You can kind of curate your box to hold whatever stuff you're wanting to decorate. And then you've got this little thing that you can sit on your couch and fussy cut or decorate or wherever you want. You know, you're not... Once you get to this stage, then you can kind of take these and decorate these as you go, you know, as much or as little as you want. I'm sure I'll work on finishing them up and come back and do a flip through for you guys once I figure out how I want to decorate mine. I think I want to go print up more of the girls with sunglasses, that printable, and some of those snarky 1950s. And I'm going to make these like funky, snarky journals for ladies because they're fun and they make you laugh. And I like to laugh. So thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. I will be having some videos out for you next week. I'll be live some next week as well. We'll just say like I'll come live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I'll do my edited videos. I've been putting out a lot. I can't always maintain this amount, but it's summer and I'm going to enjoy it. By golly. So, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I hope y'all have a super great weekend and I'll see you later. Bye.